Hey guys, I'm Dupree, and today we are going to be talking about bank shots. And I always love shooting bank shots. I'm fairly good at bank shots. It's one of the strong suits in my game. So I love talking about them. So this is a layout here from Earl Strickland. I believe it was the US Open. I just remember it was a tournament. He was running this out. And it looks like this. And first we're going to talk about why you can play a bank shot in a situation where you can just pocket the ball. And you usually play a bank shot in a situation like that because it has easier position onto the next ball. So right here, if we bank this 8 ball, look where our cue ball ends up. Right, perfect in line for the 9. So you see, you bank in different situations because it's easier position to the next ball, or it may just be an easier shot overall. He was playing with real tight side pockets, so cutting this into the side may have been a real difficult task. Which I doubt for Earl Strickland. He's the greatest shooter of all time, but he's the greatest shot maker of all time. But you see different position shots like that. You see if you could just stop the ball there and it's perfectly in line, then you're gonna have to bank it, and you better be good at banks to pull it off. So there's a few common rules of bank shots. We're just gonna go over them real quick here. So rules of bank shots: the slower you hit the ball, the more is going to angle out. So if we have a shot like this, we hit it hard, you see it goes in. But if we have that same shot and we hit it soft, you see how it goes to the other side of the pocket. And we have the same shot again, and we hit it even softer. You see how it goes way to the other side of the pocket. Now, as the angle on the bank increases, this effect increases as well. So if we bank this fast, you see it goes in. But if we bank this slow, we're gonna miss. Watch this. We're gonna miss the pocket by a half a diamond. So the faster you hit it, the more it will kind of stiffen, and the slower you hit it, the more it will widen. Also, whatever spin is on the cue ball is transferred to the object ball. So if we were to hit this center, which is draw, you see how we come up short. Now if we have the same angle and we hit it a little slower with low left to put right spin on the 8, you see how we can make the ball. Because left spin on the cue ball equals right spin on the object ball. If I hit this right object ball straight into the rail and put right spin on it, you see how it deflects off to the right. So it'll deflect it off to the right, which is good to know if you have to shoot a bank like this. You can back cut it and still make that ball and scratch. So obviously, along with that, if you put right spin on the ball, left spin will be on the 8 ball, so we're going to cut this to actually make it with center. I'm going to put right spin on my cue ball. And you see how you can kind of see the spin there? I forgot about deflection, so I didn't really demonstrate what I wanted to. I'm aiming to make it. You see how it stiffens up a ton. But you can also see the spin on that 8 ball as it spun in there. I don't know if the camera could really catch it, but you can definitely see the spin. Now these two effects add together. So if we were to shoot a heavy angle, slow, with left spin, watch what happens. We miss it by a whole diamond. See, they combine together. Now if we were to shoot the same shot with right spin on our cue ball at a fast speed, you see how it stiffens up too much. It stiffens up too much to make it here. Now another thing you'll need to know is if you bank into a rail and you miss, the 8 ball will usually reverse. And what I mean by that, watch this. I'm going to bank it into this rail. No spin on my cue ball, except for a little bit of draw to avoid scratching. You see how it reverses? So if you hit it hard like that, depending on the type of table, it will definitely reverse. And the effects are bigger with going up and down the table long ways. It reverses a good bit on my table. My table has the cushions take spin a ton. So it's a bit harder to judge bank shots at a high speed because it will reverse on you if you miss. So watch out for the reverse if you're playing safe or something. Because if you're playing safe and you're trying to send this ball 2 rails, it's going to reverse on you on that rail and stiffen out and go straight up that way. So there's several different types of bank shots that use the reverse, like the one I just showed you. That is a 3-rail reverse shot. See if I can duplicate it again. 1, 2, 3, into that pocket. This one's less needed because if the side pocket's open, once you just shoot it in. But if you're playing bank pool, you could try something like that. Or you could try a 2-rail reverse. We'll try to get it. I'm not as good as that one because I never shoot it. But essentially it goes 1, you barely miss this pocket, and the cue ball goes into this side pocket. It's not really needed a lot unless you play bank pool and this pocket's closed off. But if this pocket's open, this pocket's 10 times easier. Another shot that would use the reverse would be a double bank. So if you're trying to double bank this, that's real tough to judge. If we hit it hard, you see our 8-ball reverses back to the left. So you're going to have to keep that in mind, and usually on double banks, the big thing is speed. You try to get the exact speed right, but you see it still reverses with a slower speed. So those are always tough to judge, so make sure you watch out with the reverse on those. And that's really all about the reverse. Obviously, even the spin and the reverse can combine together. So if you have right spin on this 8-ball, with left spin on our cue ball, you see how it reverses a ton. Even though we didn't make it, you see it reversed from about here back to here, which is a big, big, big angle. So you can combine those. It's like vector addition, kind of, if you're a physics person. But the spin and the reverse come together. Same if we put left spin on a cue ball. Right spin on a cue ball, which was left spin on the 8. It's not going to reverse nearly as much. It'll just kind of flatten out or barely come back to the right. But these are good rules to know. Everything really adds together. And all the variables really add together in bank shots. So let's keep going. So the last thing I wanted to tell you guys is really common sense, but if you don't know it, it's really great to know. The slower you bank this 8, let's say they were banking the 8 here, the slower we hit it, the better chance it has of going in. Even though the angle is going to come out weirder, we can try to make it off of these rails right here. So you see, if we hit up here, we can still make it. However, if we hit this ball really, really hard, it'll reverse on us off the rail. It'll bounce out of that pocket. I'm going to try to hit it as accurately as I can. But you see, even if we catch it right here where we caught that other one, it veers off. And we do not have as good of a chance as making this 8-ball. You see, it rattles. So we don't want it to rattle, so maybe hit it a bit softer if you're having trouble banking. And thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please click the like button down below. If you want to be notified when I post a new video, you can click the subscribe button, then the bell icon right next to it. That'll just send you an email and a notification saying that I've uploaded a new video. If you have any tutorial requests, please drop them in the comment section below. I will try to do them all for you guys. Also, check out my sponsors in the description below. Click that little drop down arrow. You'll see a bunch of links. Those are all my sponsors. Thank you to all of them. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.